I've been looking at, it's been popping up on my algorithm feed. Carl Jung's The Shadow, and doing shadow work. And seen a good one with Jordan Peterson where he basically says that you have to accept the darkest parts of yourself and you begin to understand the Nazis. And I mean, that's dark. You know what I mean? To understand that, what if you're capable of that kind of thing? We can go back into the Schrodinger's cannibal situation where they convinced this person, or they're trying to convince this person that he's eating people. And I mean, you have two possibilities. One, it's real. Two, they're fucking with you. And I mean, what does that do to your mind? Do you freak out and run? Do you smile and take big bites the whole time and smile at that motherfucker like, yep, I don't care? Or we could take another situation. Say you get this job and they try and convince you that this is where they chop up the bodies and dispose of them. And the whole time you're working there, they're trying to convince you of this. And I mean, you have two possibilities. One, it's real. Two, it's fake. Both are possible. So, do you go with it? I mean, do you accept that you're capable of that reality? Or do you lose your fucking mind? You know? Do you accept that you're dark enough to do this job? And that's dark as fuck. But I mean, can you put yourself in that situation and pick? And I mean, Jordan Peterson also mentioned the fact that if you're just good and can't accept that you could be evil, you're more of a slave than just a good person. And that's kind of true. I mean, so when we look at this, I don't know how to you know what I mean? Can we accept that we're capable of these monstrosities as a human being and still be a good person? I'm not saying enact these things. I'm saying, can you consider the possibility that you are capable of these things? And that's a hard task. It really is. I mean, are you capable of that? Could you survive that situation? Could you survive that mind fuck? Because, I mean, in the reality of all things, you're never really going to find out if it's true or false. You know what I mean? Especially if they're just, are they trying to get you to run scared? Or is this what you do for a living? Can they hide it that well? It is definitely quite, it turns them gears. Makes you think. Makes you wonder. And I mean, it's a dark place to be. But could you exist there? And I think that's shadow work. Is looking at the darkest parts of the self. I mean, and can you accept the darkest parts of yourself? Because they are you. Because if you can't accept yourself, you're kind of just a slave. And that is, it's a mind fuck, because we don't want to think about what we're actually capable of. We don't want to look at the darkness that lives inside of us. And I mean, we could also look at it as somebody broke into your house. Are you capable of pulling that trigger? But I mean, I think the cannibal and the body chopping is more dark. So, I mean, because most people are capable of that, defending the home. But, I mean, are you capable of finishing the job and making that motherfucker disappear? That is the question. Because, I mean, this is also a fear-conquering thing. Because, I mean, if you can realize that you're capable of doing that job, you really kind of, the fear kind of just dissipates. Or it should dissipate. I am unaware of these situations. I'm just saying. But I mean, I've definitely thought about it. And it's something you should consider along your journey. I mean, because what are you capable of? Because, I mean, to fully grasp who you are as a human being, you have to look not just at the light, but at the darkest parts of your soul. And I mean, we are all probably capable of things that we are afraid to admit, and most people will never even look. So, I mean, it's one thing to consider, because this is one of the things that in this journey really has to be done to fully develop yourself. And you have to look at the darkest, deepest, evilest monstrosity that you could possibly be. And if you can accept that you are capable of these atrocities and not acting upon them and just being a good person, I think that's the goal. I'm still learning. Okay? So, know that. I'm still on my own journey. And, I don't know. I just feel like it needs to be said. I mean, it's been said 1,000 times already. So, I mean, but it is a definite you have to do if you want to complete your journey of spirituality. You have to look and see into your own darkness to truly see yourself. And I mean, what are you capable of? It's a hard look. It really is. To look and see, could I do that? I mean, we don't act on it. We just consider the possibility. If I was placed in that situation, am I going to sink or am I going to swim? Because, I mean, in the Schrodinger's cannibal, they're trying to convince this guy that if he doesn't eat it, they're going to kill him and feed him to other people. And in the body shop situation, if you don't, you're going to get your organs taken and chopped up and whatever. So we have to consider that as well. I mean, are you capable of surviving in that environment? Are you capable of letting your monster exist in this reality, in such a place? And I mean, It's a dark question. But to do your shadow work, you have to look into the darkness of yourself. So, I mean, think about that. Well, I probably got your gears turning, maybe traumatized some of you, but this is part of your journey. It's not all rainbows and sparkles. There are parts of this journey that are looking into the depths of the self. And to look into the depths of the self, these are things you have to consider when you're trying to find out, who am I? So, I mean, this wasn't the usual pep talk that I like to give or the scientific, but it needs to be part of my channel. It needs to be part of your reality as well. I mean, because if you're going to do the spiritual journey, this is part of that journey. Looking into the darkness, looking into the self, and seeing who you truly, really are. And after you see who you truly, really are, can you still be a good person? And I mean, that's like, I've been to therapy and they always tried to put you're evil, and it felt like a manipulation tactic, because I know I'm not evil. I know that I'm capable of being evil, but I'm not, and I think their whole idea is trying to get you to accept your shadow, maybe, but they're doing it in an ass backwards way, at least from my perspective, because it's like, you're just trying to tell me that way I'll accept that I'm wrong. And I mean, that's not the way to go about it at all. That's not therapy. That's you demanding that you're right and I'm wrong. And I'm just supposed to be here talking to you about myself and trying to understand myself. And all you're doing is trying to blame me for something. So that's why I want this here for you guys to see that it's good to look at the evil and how capable you are of evil, and accepting that you're capable of that evil and still being a good person and not being evil. And once you can do this, this is where you hit the situation to where you can play the actor and erase the things that happen to you and be who you truly are. Because most of us walk around just being what happened to us, our experiences, and letting those things control us. And it's not a good place. So, I mean, that's why this work of shadow is so important. You need to look into the self and see it fully. Pull back the flashlight and look at all of the pieces of the self, not just the rainbows and sparkles. You have to see the cannibal and the body chopper as well. You know what I'm saying? You have to truly understand who you really are and not just who you want to be and what happened to you. Because that's where we're at. We're at like the two places. Well, I'm this because this happened to me and I want to be this. But the deeper self has a dark side, and if we don't look at the darkest parts of the self, so there's the darkest parts of the self, there's what happened to us, and then there's the light within yourself that you could be. And really we can choose to be whatever, but we have to look into the self and see who we truly are first. And this is one of the hardest steps, I do believe, in this journey, is accepting the darkness and the darkest parts of the soul. I mean, I think like there's videos of Freemasons and they're declaring themselves, I am Satan, or I am the devil. And I think that it's possible that the Carl Jung look into the darkness, they accepted the fact that they could be this evil entity. I don't know if they are that evil entity, but to accept that it's you're capable of being this and still being good is the journey I would like you to take, okay? Please. But you have to look deeper and see the whole piece or whole picture, the whole self, not just what happened to me. This is the goodness in me and I'm trying to be this. We also have to look at, I could be this dark. I could be this evil. Especially with people always thinking, I'm evil, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, do you really realize how evil you could be? And realize that you don't have to be this? You just have to accept that you're capable of this and still try and be this. No one's perfect. You don't have to be light, love and light 24/7, but it is good to try and be that. You know? And the only way to escape the person we are because of what happened to us is to look in the darkness, look at the light, and find out who we are as a whole and who we truly want to be, and then just be it. Hope it didn't traumatize you guys too much. Thanks for listening. Love you guys. I'm gonna get off here.